Yeah, so I don't know how to start this.
Um, I thought you'd watch enough podcasts and know how to start it.
What do you think I'm that responsible? What the fuck?
I don't know, Hey, welcome back to,
Welcome
something,
back.
something, whatever name podcast, blah, blah. I have, XYZ here with me. Gonna just want, I don't know, to talk about the X, Y, and Z and this, that, and the third. No?
Welcome back. We don't even have a back.
True.
This is okay.
You're right. How do you start it the first ever?
I don't know. Oh, no.
See, someone means on that too. Like when someone says, you already know who it is. It's like you don't know who they're.
We're just
Small
like
channel.
I don't know who you are. Okay, welcome. I can't say welcome back. But
Just say welcome
welcome.
then, yeah.
Yeah, to the first
Of
episode.
many, hopefully.
Episode. First of probably
Many,
many
hopefully.
casts episodes of this edgy
What's the
edgy
name of the
Casket
podcast?
Academia. The more I say Casket Academia, the more edgy I realize it sounds. Like relax. But
Yeah.
the point of this is that you learn till you die. Is that dark? No, it's not, because it's true. You learn till you die. You learn till you're in the casket. You learn till, well, technically even before the casket, because once you stop breathing, once you're dead, once you're fucking no more, and you're gonna waste away into the eternal pits of the ground. That's when you stop learning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's something that we talked about that a couple of times in the past that we've already shared stories about, but we haven't talked about why it happens or how. I don't even know if I can tell you how it happens. I could just give you like a few reasons.
Something talking about in the past
Mm-hmm.
that we haven't.
Mm-hmm. That we haven't that we've even told stories to each other about. It's just
Tell a lot of stories. I don't know.
I don't tell a lot of stories.
Yeah, you
I'm
do.
a hard to read book.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
I think you're more of like an easy to read book with just like 6 million pages.
Shut up. Shut up. I'm a closed book. I'm trying to poke the straw into the bubble tea, but it won't fucking break. Ah! Got it. Anyway.
Maybe that's a sign.
I got it. Don't worry. It's not a sign. I'll rip it with my fucking bare little teeth.
Jaws. Little
Jaws.
teeth.
Okay, we're getting. I need to stay
Off
on topic. Okay, stop, stop. Okay, we've talked about sleep paralysis before.
Yeah, that is something.
That is something that we talked about before. That is something that we have shared stories about.
Mm-hmm.
But we never really talked about why or how or what causes it, I guess.
True.
So technically, with I don't know if people who are listening have like listened or sorry have had sleep paralysis or know someone that has had sleep paralysis, but I think it's fairly common. So for anyone who doesn't know or hasn't heard about it, it's basically according to the Britannica in an article about sleep paralysis written by Kara Rogers, who is a senior editor of biomedical sciences at Encyclopedia Britannica. It is the total inability to move for a very brief period that occurs as one either falling asleep or is awakening from sleep. So it happens kind of like an in between kind of phase where you're kind of sleeping and you're kind of awake. You know what I mean? It
Okay. Yeah.
happens at any age, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as I was how as I was sleeping about it, I was thinking about this and going through it. The Sleep Foundation has like a whole article on this thing, like causes, who it affects, things like that. Um, a lot of people are gonna maybe experience this at one point in their life or whatever. Uh, but the one that was written in the Sleep Foundation by Eric Sunny,
Mm-hmm.
and the article was reviewed by Dr. Alex Dimitriou. I'm sorry if I'm like butchering your names. You know what? I never thought I would fucking say that in my life. a lot of teachers are always like, sorry if I butcher your name. But, you know,
Here you are.
here I am fucking slaughtering names,
Exactly. In cold blood.
choking them out, going back to the scene of the crime. Anyway,
Yeah.
so they basically, between the Sleep Foundation and the Britannica, they basically have the same definition for sleep paralysis, right?
Okay.
And it's 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 weird because you know that you kind of remain aware of what's going on during this episode and whatever, and you have like these hallucinations, or you feel like you're suffocating, in which I have to cough. I don't have COVID, but I do have to cough because I literally inhaled something and it's in my throat and it's tickling me and I need. I'm
You wear
sorry.
masks?
I do have a mask, but no, I'm not sick. I promise. I literally just my stupid ass inhaled something fucked up.
That's what sick people say. But yeah,
I'm not
go ahead.
okay. All right, cool. Anyway, so when I was reading this thing, I'm gonna pull all this information from the Sleep Foundation article. So if you want to run over there and check it out yourself, or fact check me or whatever, you do you. But here's what I wrote in my little book.
Okay.
So basically, it's a sleep paralysis is supposed to be a type of parasomnia, or is a type of parasomnia. I shouldn't say supposed to be, but it is a type of parasomnia. And parasomnia is basically an abnormal behaviors that happen during sleep, right?
Hmm.
Um, the part of your sleep cycle that sleep paralysis is supposedly like connected to is the REM, which is when you have your vivid dreams and when your muscles are like totally relaxed, or another word for that is atonia, where it's like you can't quite move your muscles. So you're still in this technical phase of your sleep where you're vividly dreaming and you can't move, but you're also kind of like awake. And there's I didn't quite know about this part, but there's different types of sleep paralysis, um, or different cases of sleep paralysis, you could say. There's like isolated sleep paralysis where the episodes of sleep paralysis aren't really connected to some kind of like underlying condition of like narcolepsy. And do you know what narcolepsy is?
Let's say I don't.
Okay. So it's this is disorder where your brain can't quite control your wakefulness properly. And I remember I was watching like an episode of like RuPaul's Drag Race or something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was RuPaul's Drag Race. And one of the drag queens had like narcolepsy, and she was like portrayed to like fall asleep like that. Like she was just standing up and she would like fall asleep out of nowhere. But that's basically, I guess that's what it is.
Okay.
I haven't really read too into it, but maybe that's the next topic. I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows? Find out in the next episode of.
Dragon Ball Z.
Uh, I was expecting to say the podcast name, but you know
Oh,
that works too.
sorry. Sorry. Okay, okay. The second case of sleep paralysis is uh recurrent sleep paralysis. Sorry, I literally could not read my handwriting for like the life of me just now because I was writing this while I was ironically half asleep. So if I had sleep paralysis writing this, I would have lost my mind. Anyway, so the recurrent sleep paralysis is basically just multiple episodes that occur over time, right? Let me turn the page. Oh my god, is that all I wrote? Stop, 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 stop. Okay. Ah! Okay, 75% of the, or according to the Sleep Foundation, 75% of our sleep paralysis episodes are going to involve these like hallucinations. I think the hallucinations is what everyone like holy shit kind of looks at, you know? Because
Yeah.
you see some weird fucking stuff. I'm talking weird shit during the hallucinations.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse type
You're
stuff.
dude, your Mickey Mouse hallucination, I would have cried. High key would have just not. I wouldn't want to do with it. Nope. Nope.
Come here and choke me out, Mickey Mouse. I'm sorry. Just put me out of my misery, please. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. Okay, stop.
That's not okay. That's the last thing that you hear before you
Dying
feel a set
to
of
Mickey
soft
Mouse.
plush hands. wrap around your neck.
Just taking the life from me. That's damn. That's pretty dark.
That's pretty fucked up. I literally wrote so much more. I don't even know why it's not in this book. But anyway, I'm gonna go off this. So there are several types of hallucinations, right? And they may
Hmm.
occur while you're falling asleep or while you're waking up. And the the term for the hallucinations that happen when you're falling asleep is called hypnagogic. Is that what I wrote? Is that the word for it?
Yeah, lost me
Okay.
at hypno.
Um, I can look it up, right?
Mm,
Hypno, I can't fucking read.
Hypno. I said at hypno go.
Hypnagogic.
Gotcha.
I say hypnagogic. Well, I learned something new. You learn till you die, remember? Anyway,
Exactly.
there's that. And then, God help me, I'm gonna look up the other one just so I don't get it wrong. Hypno. Okay,
Trying to get fact checked on the first podcast.
stop. Don't stop. Or when you're waking up, the hallucinations when you're waking up is called hypnopompic. That I can pronounce. But the other one, hypnagogic,
Good job.
hypnagogic. Anyway, um, those are usually when the hallucinations actually happen. So there's three kinds that I wrote down. There's the intruder hallucinations, where there's someone or like a really dangerous person or a presence is in your room, aka the Mickey Mouse that terrorized you, right?
Mm,
Or the the old angry bride that tried to choke me out, which was an interesting one.
mm,
There's chest pressure or a incubus hallucination, which I found really interesting that it's an incubus hallucination. But what happens at the succubus? You know what I mean? But anyway, it's there's a feeling of like uh just a heavy chest, obviously a heavy chest pressure, like something sitting on you, things like that. When I was looking up sleep paralysis a while back, and someone is like uh painting, or they did a painting on what sleep paralysis is, there's usually like this little incubus or this little demon that's sitting on this person's chest, you know.
thanks.
But for some reason I don't quite remember what documentary it was, or like what where I was reading it from, but basically they were saying in people's sleep paralysis, the hallucinations, and people of different cultures who have never met each other, who have never spoken to each other, who have different cultures, da 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 da, all see a very similar old lady. And they were, I guess this thing was trying to say it had like some supernatural cause to it. I don't know. I haven't looked at supernatural reasons, quote unquote. I don't not believe things like that, but I was just focusing on like the science of it, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, so the last one is the vestibular motor or the VM hallucination. Is basically you're feeling uh, a movement of, or like your out of body sensations, things like that. So I didn't write the rest of this in the book, and I don't know why. And I'm gonna pull the information from the top of my head of as far as what I can remember. But there are like a whole bunch of things that kind of like contribute to sleep paralysis. And I touched on one of it earlier, which is narcolepsy,
Hmm.
right? But like other things that contribute to sleep paralysis, and I don't know if you can like I guess attribute to what happened to you way back when, but some of it has to deal with like your sleep hygiene, right? So when I say sleep
What does that mean?
hygiene, right? So when I say sleep hygiene, it's like things that could like influence how well you're sleeping at night. Like, are you reading before bed? How much caffeine are you drinking in the morning? Do you have all your work shit in your room and not just your bed? You know what I mean? Or are you sleeping on time? Are you just like, what are you doing to influence good sleep? And one of the biggest things that people are doing usually before they go to sleep is probably on their phones. And the whole thing with blue light, it keeps you awake, things like that.
Yeah.
So that's part of sleep hygiene. And that is one thing that adds to the chances of sleep paralysis and things like that. Other things that add to it are like emotional distresses like anxiety or depression, which is why when I was looking at how people kind of treat sleep paralysis, if it's not the sleep hygiene or actually also being jet lagged also like contributes to it, which I thought was pretty interesting.
It does, really?
Because your body, your circadian rhythm is going to be like kind of messed up for a little bit. I didn't know that,
Yeah.
but you
Learn
learn
till you
till you
die.
die. You learn till you die. So anyway, basically, one of the oh my god, someone's talking outside, and if they don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna fucking break my own neck. Thank you. Oh my god.
Just uh, ignore
Anyway, I'm
it.
gonna ignore him. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but anyway. So basically, one of the things that people do to help sleep paralysis or kind of like, decrease it or just I don't know if you can like have it not happen ever in your life ever again is that people take like antidepressants. Specifically, there's one that like serotonin selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. It's an SSRI. It's a type of antidepressant. So basically, there's this thing in your body called serotonin. Yeah. And if you prevent it from getting taken up again, there's more serotonin in your body, which means there's more happiness, I guess. I want to keep it like so casual. I don't want to get into, or maybe I should get into it. Maybe later. Anyway, basically what I'm trying to say is there's a certain sometimes people use antidepressants just to help with their sleep paralysis because if the anxiety or depression is causing it, then hopefully that will help and hopefully that'll kind of prevent sleep paralysis from occurring. You know what I mean? And that makes sense. The first time I read it, I was like, "Why are y'all using it like antidepressants for sleep paralysis?" I wasn't sure till I realized like the underlying causes might be depression, anxiety, things like that. Not saying that that is what causes it, but a possible
Mm-hmm.
reason. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, knowing that now, why the hell did you get your Mickey Mouse hallucination? Like, what happened to you?
I that was so long ago. I wouldn't know what happened, around that time, honestly. So I can't say.
mm,
We can't say.
Pretty sure you're probably like doing some weird stuff.
What weird stuff are you
I
doing? It's like I
don't
don't know how
know.
old I was. Like 12, 10. I don't remember.
Dude, when you told me this Mickey Mouse story, I literally imagined you as like some 5-year old kid with a big ass head just freaking out about Mickey Mouse.
Nah, I wasn't that young. I was old enough
Okay.
to
Mm-hmm.
walk.
Mm-hmm. 5-year-olds can walk,
That is true.
generally speaking. What do you mean?
Listen, okay, that's besides the point. Okay, the
That's
point is I was not a little tiny midget anymore. I was a big midget.
big. Okay. Okay, first of all, the fact that you're saying that to me and I'm shorter than you, I don't like. Okay, first of all, what do you take me for? I'm not. I'm tall. I'm tall and I'm tough.
Yes, you are.
Asshole.
You're tall. You're ripped. You're
Goddamn
the
right.
guys, the people listening. She bench presses
Damn
800
right.
pounds
Damn
every
right.
day.
I'm fucking ripped. I'm fucking toned. I'm. I can't dial on my phone without breaking the screen. You know.
Oh God, I can't.
Yeah, don't fuck
Um,
with me. Anyway, what was I saying?
might have to cut this short because I might have to go. Hmm.
Okay, no problem. Well, I hope you learned something.
Hmm. I
I hope
did.
you learned
I
something.
definitely did. Two
Hmm.
things at least.
What? Oh, what are they? That I'm fucking ripped.
That
Mm-hmm.
and what should we call it? Hypo hypna. See, getting
Hypnagogic.
me confused now.
Hypnagogic. Hypnagogic. Uh-huh.
Yes, that.
Mm-hmm.
And
This,
that, sleep paralysis might be linked to depression. So maybe I was a sad little midget.
no, that's not what I was saying at all. That's the worst way to fucking end this. Okay, bye.
Boop.